LEGO has made a bunch of Clone Trooper minifigures, but there's still a ton of Clone Troopers LEGO hasn't made. Let's start with a few members of the 501st Legion. I'd love to see a minifigure of Jesse. His helmet with the Republic logo on it was a really cool design. The Umbara arc was one of my favourite arcs in the Clone Wars, and I'd love to see minifigures of Dogma, Hardcase, Kix and Tuck based off those episodes. Although LEGO has made a minifigure of Echo before based off the Bad Batch, it would be great to see him in his 501st ARC Trooper outfit. It would look great with the new 25th anniversary ARC Trooper 5's minifigure. Another 501st clone design LEGO hasn't made is a 501st ARC Trooper. That would be brilliant for completing a clone army. We first saw Commander Bly in episode 3 when he executed Order 66 on Aayla Secura, and he had a really cool yellow design which would look great in LEGO. It would also be great to see some of his 327th clone troopers in a set based off the Battle of Felucia in Revenge of the Sith. The Bad Batch has introduced a bunch of cool clone troopers which LEGO should definitely introduce in sets. Commander Grey was featured in the Bad Batch premiere when we saw him execute Order 66, and I really liked his green armor. Captain Howzer is another fan favorite Bad Batch character, and I'm actually really surprised LEGO hasn't made him yet. He's really popular and he has a great design. Commander Mayday was featured alongside Crosshair in the Bad Batch on a snowy outpost, and his clone armor has a really unique bandage design. I think that would look fantastic in LEGO. Speaking of unique clone troopers, do you remember the Geonosis flame troopers featured in the Clone Wars? Those guys had the coolest armor ever, and I'd love to see them in LEGO. LEGO could also make Commander Jet to go with them. Another clone legion I'd love to see are the Doom Squad, who appeared in Season 6 of the Clone Wars. It would also be brilliant to see a Commander Doom minifigure alongside them. Commander Fordo was featured in the original 2003 animated Clone Wars show, and if LEGO ever decides to revisit that series, they should definitely make him as a minifigure. The 13th Battalion were first featured in Jedi Fallen Order when we saw flashbacks of Order 66. It would be really cool to see a set including them and Jaro Tapal recreating that scene. I couldn't make this video without mentioning Clone Trooper 99. He was a defective clone trooper who had one of the saddest deaths in the entire of the Clone Wars. Even though he was only in a couple of episodes, LEGO should definitely include him in a set. The Galactic Marines are probably one of the most requested clone trooper designs for LEGO to make, and for good reason. We first saw them in episode 3 on My Jito with Kia D. Mundi, and it would be amazing to see them in a UT-80 set. Fingers crossed for 2025. Commander Gregor was first introduced in the Clone Wars Season 5 and also featured in the Bad Batch and Star Wars Rebels. Technically, LEGO has made a minifigure of him before as an old man, but it would be great to see him in his Clone Commando armor. Commander Wolffe is another clone trooper that LEGO has made before, but never in his Phase 2 armor. We did actually see a Phase 2 Wolffe minifigure in the LEGO Star Wars Castaways game, and I think we'll see it in a set soon. Captain Rex and Commander Fox looked exactly the same as they did in the game, so I hope we'll see Phase 2 Wolffe soon.